Hello friends, welcome back to Joyful Half Acre. I'm Kim and my day completely changed today. I was supposed to work. I was supposed to be done working 2 weeks ago, but I'm still working a little bit just to help out until the company that I'm quitting has my replacement. But anyway, instead it's a snow day. Let me show you this snow day. They canceled school here and in neighboring towns around us, and this is the snow we got. I don't know that it should have been canceled because it's not even like frozen. It's rain. It's melting off everything. You can see the puddle in the driveway. That is not snow day worthy weather. But I guess better to be safe than sorry, and it's okay because then I get a day at home with my kids. And I'm home and didn't have to leave, so I've been working on some schoolwork. And then I asked my kids what they would like to eat for a snack, and I was told peanut butter cookies. So I'm gonna make some peanut butter cookies for them. Right now we're eating lunch. I've got my helper there, always. And I'm making some taco meat for 2 of the kids to eat, and the other 2 wanted mac and cheese. And we had some leftover gluten-free macaroni from a couple days ago, so I just made a quick cheese sauce. And she is my macaroni loving girl, aren't you? Yeah. The recipe I'm using for the peanut butter cookies is from actually Land O'Lakes, which is weird because usually when I look up gluten-free recipes, it's you know, people who have experimented with recipes and stuff. But this is actually Land O'Lakes site. It's just peanut butter cookies, gluten-free recipe. So it was really good. I tried these out in like November, December, and we loved them. And I make everything 2 ways, so I also, kids are playing, I also changed it up and changed the flour for all almond flour. I think I put a little coconut flour in there too, a little bit of a mix. And the brown sugar for Swerve brown sugar. And I should have gotten a bigger pan for my taco meat. It's tucked in there pretty good. As I was just scrambling that a second ago, I realized I really shouldn't be making that for lunch because we're having fajitas for supper. So that's 2 Mexican dishes in the same day. But you know what? My kids love it, so I don't think they'll complain. I'm getting my keto cookies started. But while I'm doing that, I'm also scrambling this hamburger for the taco meat. And I wanted to show you guys the taco seasoning I've been using. It's Watkins brand. I got it at Menards, and I'm almost out. I'm gonna use some now, which actually I might have to make some for tonight's meal, but for the fajitas, because I kind of use just regular taco meat for fajitas and tacos. But I gotta decide now whether I want to buy more of that or whether I want to make homemade, because tomorrow, the video you see after this one, I am going down to Cantrell. I'm going to my local Amish grocery store, and it's local, but it's an hour and a half away. That's the closest one. And on the way there, in a town, there is a Menards, and so I'm gonna stop at Menards too. So I gotta decide, do I want to just make sure I buy all the ingredients to make my own taco seasoning, or just buy some more of this, because this is easier, but I'm sure it's more expensive. So I gotta decide which way I want to go. This is such an easy recipe, and I am quadrupling it because, well, lots of hungry mouths to feed. And it's supposed to be a 1/2 cup packed brown sugar, so I did 2 cups. 1/4 cup of melted butter. Well, it said softened. I melt it. I know you're not supposed to, but I do. A 1/4 cup peanut butter, so I'm doing 1 cup. And when you buy peanut butter, the best kind to get is one that just contains peanuts. This has 1% or less of salt also, but make sure you always look at the ingredients, because I bought some that say natural or, you know, healthy or whatever, and they are not. So make sure you only buy one with peanuts and maybe a little salt. Okay, I also put in 4 eggs. That's what I did. And then I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and I just always guesstimate. I know I'm terrible about that. Then for the flour, it says 1 cup of gluten-free baking flour, blend. And so I'm gonna do a cup of 4 different kinds. I'm gonna do a cup of almond flour, this 1-to-1 baking flour, but I don't like this just plain because it's got like the sorghum flour in it, and it just has a little bit of a beany taste, I would say, to me. So I don't like using it just plain in recipes. So we'll do a cup of that. Then I'm gonna do a cup of white rice flour, and this flour I got from local Amish grocery store, Cantrill. And then a cup of coconut flour. And then it says a 1/4 teaspoon baking powder, baking soda, and salt. And so quadruple it, I can do just 1 teaspoon of each. And then that's it. I'm gonna mix it up and I'll show you when I'm done. I've got a quick preparedness tip I wanna tell you all today. I've got this jug of empty jug, it was orange juice, on my counter, and it made me think that it is a good idea to keep jugs of water on hand. A few days ago in the town nearby, they had a huge water main break. The entire town was without water. It was kind of interesting. We had church still. It was a Sunday morning, but it was just church. Everything else was canceled, and then we went home because bathrooms were unavailable. But if you have a jug of water, you can still use the bathroom. I heard a teenager yesterday mention that the problem with the water main break is I couldn't use the bathroom. Well, I don't think a lot of people realize that you still can. You just have to use a jug of water and dump it in the toilet, and then you can flush it. But you have to be prepared in order to be able to do that, and so many people aren't. You should really keep a bunch of jugs of water on hand, just in storage. It's good to have some that are like sealed and good, and then some that are just empty jugs filled with water from the faucet, because you can use these for cleaning, for flushing toilets, for things like that, and then you can use the good water for like personal drinking and stuff. Luckily, the emergency in the town nearby on Sunday was just a 1-day thing. I think it was, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours, and then they had it fixed and water back on. Boil order for some people, but it wasn't as bad as it could be. But it's a good reminder to always keep water on hand. Enough for your whole family, enough to be able to flush the toilets and everything, just in case you would be without water for a couple days. Keto ones are done and looking good, and I realized I forgot to push them down. You know how you use the fork and push them down before you bake them? I will remember to do that with the non-keto ones. Those ones turned out beautifully. Nice golden brown. And after saying something about using the fork for the crosshatches on top, I had to look it up. Why do we do that? Because why don't we just like use the bottom of a cup like a lot of cookies to push it down flatter? That would make sense too. Why do we do the crosshatches? Well, I didn't really find a good definitive explanation, because all of them were saying that we use the fork to push it down because peanut butter causes the cookie to be more dense, and therefore when you push it down with the forks, it makes it thinner and therefore better to cook through and stuff. Well, that makes complete sense, but why can't we just use a cup, bottom of a cup, to push it down like a lot of cookies? I don't know. I didn't dig into it that far, but I don't know why that wouldn't work. But either way, they're delicious, they look good, and my kids and family are gonna love them. I am going to go get my schoolwork done, because even though my kids don't have school, I still have work to get done. I have my school. Thanks for watching today, friends. I hope you'll like this video, subscribe to my channel, and continue to join me in this joy-filled life. Thanks. Bye.